Yo, yo, yo. So we working here? So we working here? It seemed to be. What's up? Yo, yo. Everybody on board yet? Went on a little early. I never trust this damn thing. I never know what's really happening here. Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, good. It's software I use. I literally, every time I do this, I feel like I'm just rolling the dice. I hope it works. It's always a little different every time. That's the weird part. But if you can hear it, right, that's all that matters. You can hear it and see it. You should see the disclaimer on there. I thought I'd avoid the 5 minutes of babble before we start. Makes it easier for my George, who does the editing for me. So we'll give it another minute or two, get a few on board, and I think we can get this. Oh, shit, it looks like it's working. SD. Oh, thanks, man. SD. Why do I want to say San Diego when I see that? Well, it's kind of a weird day. Anyway, it's a terrible day to be trading when the Fed is Powell is getting a lot of pressure. All right. SD, are you in our Discord? Did you post anything for this live stream? I didn't see. I don't recognize your initials. Yeah. Oh, wait. There's somebody. Hang on a second. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. One sec here. We'll get going. Okay, who's first? Hangman. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me get rid of that here. Should be able to see me now. There's always a lag with you guys because of this. There we go. Okay, so we're good. All right, let's hit it. George can cut out those first few minutes. So right, so I feel like I should always do this here. So just for introduction, because a lot of time we have new people that are joining us going, well, okay, what's going on with this TradeDevil live stream? What's this all about? So just a reminder, and regs, of course, realize this. What I do here is I ask the members to post the assets they're following, they're tracking, and applying our methodology, everything that we teach within our belt system and all the content that I teach week after week after week. I have been for the last 6 years. So I asked them to give me the content rather than me go pick through and go, okay, this looks good. This guy, that's not particularly a good learning experience, I don't think, for them. So I want them to post. What are they interested in? How are they applying it, right? Maybe they can learn something. Maybe we can spot a particularly good setup, right? I always love it when something just lines up, perfect timing, and we can say, well, you could jump on this right now, today. It's not often the case, right? Often it's just getting something teed up that gets onto your watch list. And this may be just such a thing. Now here we got, this is a good example. This is from Hangman. He's been with us for a while. He's a regular contributor here. And so this gives me a little bit of an opportunity to say, okay, how's he coming along with his Elliott Wave analysis, rules and guidelines, etc. I like a lot of what I see here, but it looks like some of the Elliott needs a little bit of a touch up. Oh shit, he's got some sort of you've got something on here. Oh, let's get that off of there. Okay, all right, so Hangman, I don't know if you're watching now or you'll catch this later. This just needs a little tweak. I see kind of what you were trying. Let me change that to something brighter here. I see what you're thinking here. Oh, this is going to be here. Let me adjust this as well. Oh, let's put that in white here. Right. So, let's see. He's got. This is kind of nice. Right? It's showing pivot, the volume at pivots. I think that's a Lux algo, right? So the liquidity swings, right? So it's not a bad one. I'm only taking it off so we can see a little bit better. Now this, I think this is. So you would have to look at this and say, okay, if this is 1 and this is 2, right? 1, 2, which seems very reasonable. It looks like it's likely technical, maybe 50 or golden, right? Of course, right to a golden. Okay, right. So here's a 1, here's a 2. Now this is unlabeled, right? So what you're putting your 1 over here. Now maybe you just got a little. You were rushing to get the content here, but that's, looks like that's a better fit. Now you could say, well, oh, did it overlap? Well, hang on a second. Let's get rid of that thing. I don't like those. I mean, it's so close that, there are times where you got to be, is that, I personally, right, I'm not such a purist that I would say, oh my God, it went over by a tick. Well, it can't possibly be an impulse then. Right? I think that's, you just got to use some common sense there. So I would put the 3 over here, right? Because I've got a completed impulse and it's all self-contained, right? Remember with Elliott Wave, the channeling is really, really, really critical to a good impulse, right? And it guides you. Like it not only just your eye and, where you're anticipating, where you're projecting that the swing structure will take it, but it also kind of confirms, right? Like, okay, well, I got a completed impulse here. So I got to call it something. 1, 2, what, right? Where's the, again, it's funny. It's funny doing this for as long as I have. Right? It's the same thing over and over again. Where is the highest probability location for a wave 3? Between the 1618 and 175. Where do we go for that wave 3? You can say, oh, it's such a cliche, 1618, blah, 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 right? Well, but fuck, how many times have I shown it? Thousands of times, right? So if you're like, oh, well, that's so, yeah, they used to do that. Well, this is Coinbase right there. That's, you need more evidence than that? You're not paying attention. Okay, so 1, 2, perfect 3. Now, this gets a little funky. So, you might have thought it would have been very easy to think, oh, it's 4's here. Okay, and you could maybe, right? You might look here and say, oh, shit, let's get that. Come here. That's not unreasonable. But we can't hold on to that any longer because a couple of things have happened here. Hang on. Okay, let's take a look at it, right? So this is just really ripe here, right? So we know the algos are constantly, right? What? Okay, let's back up. What's the purpose of the markets? Genuine question, right? If you don't have that answer on the tip of your tongue, you need to, right? The purpose of the market is to facilitate trade. Right, and that's what the algos are doing is make. So where are they going to trade? Where is the best opportunity for algos, institutions, right? Those that move the market. Where are they going to look to enter the market? Right, where there's liquidity. Where's the liquidity under every single pivot you've ever. Right, every pivot is always going to have liquidity underneath it. Liquidity just call it stops. So we go up here and we break here. So it looks very possible, like, oh, that could be the 5. You know, okay, so I'm just pulling this up for the first time, right? Which I don't cherry pick these and go through them and pick the good ones, right? So because I want to take you through the thought process. So it looks like I get an ABC here, and I'm sweeping that low. So just the kind of thing you want to see. I want to see a liquidity sweep. Now, oh, come here. I can get it hot. Let's bring. God damn it. Hang on, my machine's locking up. There we go. Okay. Where is that? Right. The markets really, this thing, I'm not great with this thing, but the markets really like to trade on these ledges, right? And if it breaks one ledge, likely to go to the other ledge. And then you have the big, let's see if I can get rid of those now. Right, get that idea? So right here at the corner, right? If it gets too far, right, it's likely to come lower. So we hold here and you think, okay, well, oh shit, I gotta really get rid of that thing. Get off of my, oh, what I want you back. Okay. Okay, so you have a decision to make here. Let's say, okay, wait a second. Is there another way to read this? Because now we can look at this and say, okay, if that's the 5, is that the 2? Well, it could be, right? You know, let's just go through the thought process. Could that be the 2? Well, of course, right? Nothing says that, you know, market is, I say this all the time, market is not obligated to do anything ever. It's going to do what it's going to do. We're just trying to apply the historical precedent of the Elliott Wave Theory in conjunction with, you know, more modern applications of market structure and locations for liquidity and volume profile and the market geometry, the other pillars of our methodology. Elliott Wave is just how we organize the swing structure, right? Because again, I've got 96 years of precedent, so I don't have to wonder whether this is a useful way to approach the market. I don't have to wonder that. I know it is. I've been doing this for 30 years. If there was something better, I would be teaching that. Now, you can say, well, okay, but isn't it just market structure? Well, yeah, it's the OG of market structure, right? You can't trade Elliott Wave and not be trading market structure. You can't trade market structure and just ignore labeling. You can do that. Many people do. It's still 5s and 3s, no matter how you slice it. So we have this question here. So you got to look at this and think, okay, if that's the 5, could that be my 2? Well, it could be. All right, so one possibility here is that we've completed the impulse here, and we're going to have a shallow 2 at the 38. So it's not like it never happened. So 1, 2, 1. Okay, it's certainly one possibility. But as we're looking at that, we have to consider, is there an alternate here? And I don't know that one is better than the other. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly with you. So let's pull this out for a second. Oh, what is this? That's his. All right, so that's out of here. So 1, 2, 3. So the question is just staring you in the face is, could this be a 4? And now we're going up for the 5. Well, to some degree, you got to look at this and say, oh, okay, does it fit? Well, this certainly looks like a clean 5, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't just go, oh, well, that's annoying. So let's just not call it a 4. So a little bit of what you're doing often as an Elliottian is you're kind of doing a little bit, okay, let's look at that alternate. Could this be the 4? Because if we were, you know, think back, you know, where did it pivot, right? So if I pull from the 2, again, we're using precedent. What do they usually do? The length of the 3, assuming we've got the pivot of the 3 here, where's the highest probability location, right? So what we're doing is basically statistical analysis. Where do they usually go? Over the last 96 years, where's the most common location for a wave 4? Between the 38 and the 23. So certainly you'd have to look at this and go, well, wait a minute, before I slam the 5 up here and we call this a shallow 2, what's more typical? Could this be a WXY? A, B, C, right? The X is a little kinky. Let's just consider it, right? Could this be a WXY? I'll put the 4 down here. And let's take that up a degree. Go to sub. Okay. It'd have to be A, B, C. That seems to fit. This is a little kinky here. A, B, C. ABC, you can't expect every swing, every series of swings to be perfect, Elliott. You got to be realistic, right? Nothing is perfect in the markets. It's perfectly imperfect, if you will. So, okay, could this be the 4? Well, now we got to look a little bit, okay, 2 to the 4. Is it, you're kind of looking at time. Oh shit, I don't want these to be. Let's do just a gray box, right? So let's look at the 2, just kind of stretch them out in time. The impulse here fits better. Pardon me, I should say the 4. Let's go from the daily down to the 4 and see if the subdivision here helps a little bit, since we're just getting started here. Okay, the ABC here is, I don't think, in dispute. I think we can all agree there's an ABC here. Oh, get out of there. Oh, what did we do here? I don't want that. Let's get that in green. W. It's a contender, right? This is actually kind of tricky. Here's 5 down. I'm getting his subdivision here. A, B, C into a Y. We're sweeping the low here, right, which we just looked at. So perfect setup for this to launch, right? It's literally exactly what, oh God, maybe I'll get a liquidity sweep. Oh, look what we do. Right, so that's very high probability. That's institutions and or algorithms, right, grabbing all the liquidity that was down here. Grab it. Well, how do we know it's likely algos or institutions? Because of that. That's the liquidity grab, right to the 38, and then we rocket higher. So it's kind of a high-class problem. If the 5 is here, and this is going to be, and the 4 is in, and we've got a shallow 2, it's... Look at the ramifications of it. I don't know that it's that dramatic, because we end up with the same deduction, if you will. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our alternate. It really doesn't seem to matter. Okay, so what has just happened here that we can all, right, we don't have to have any confusion about it. We have a break. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to break a structure up, right? So I have a break of structure here now. Right. Oh, wait, pardon me. Not yet. Not yet, because we don't have a close above. It's brewing. Let's see here. No, we don't. What is that? That's one of his. That's something he's got on there. What does he got on there? Yeah, what do you have on there? It's not that. Is it this? Yeah, it's your VWAP. Okay. Why is this not a break of structure? Right, we clearly went higher. The daily. Why is it not a break of structure? Well, we have not yet closed. You look at the candle, right? We haven't closed above, right? If we close above, then it is a break of structure. But until we do, that's what does it look like? Does it look a bit like this down here? Could be, right? Could be a liquidity grab. We've got the ingredients here for. I'm gonna change these colors here. Shit, here I'm getting bogged down early here. Let's try it. Let's try it in green here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Looks like we got to go up a little higher. Oh, this can be annoying. Hang on, it's hard to get in there. Well, that would, we got to, your order's a little off here. Okay, all right, so we'd have 1, 2, let's take this one up even further. We got to go up. You want to be consistent about the degrees and the color switch, right? Or you get lost. This would likely come over here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it looks like we're seeking that. Hang on, let's get all this. What is this? That's his fair value gaps. Okay, so let's just gonna declutter the chart a little bit. Let's come down to a 4. Okay, I see what you did here. A, B, C, D, E. It could, well, no, it looks like you need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you've got your 1, right? Don't forget to label. Who's this, Hangman? Don't forget to label that 1, right? So let's label it, right? We gotta, don't leave it hanging. All right, so let's get you right, and that's for your benefit, not mine. You know, I would, what I would likely do if it was me, I'd start from a blank chart, right, and just say, okay, let me track this one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the 1. Shallow 2. Clearly the impulse 3. Here's the 4. We don't overlap the 1, so I'm in an impulse, right? I've got a big push for the impulse up here. I've got a candidate for the 5. Looks like that could have more to go. Yeah. Might be you're in here. Okay. Now let's go back to an 8. How do we like this count? 3, 4, 5. So it's almost doesn't matter. If the 5 were here, right, and we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, you're expecting a deeper retracement. If we're going to go with the idea that the 5 is completed here, right? I know this is probably more confusing. Let me draw it so you get the idea. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's leave it there. All right, there's the 5. Okay, we're going to have a shallow 2. Nicely contained within this channel that he's got on here. And we got an inner channel, and then he's just putting 50s on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it have the right look? Well, what if I do it this way? Get you a little hanger there. Right look? It's a little bit of a push here because you essentially you go sideways, right? You have a perfect box as we just drew it. So the only real decision you have to make here is in terms of what are you anticipating with regards to the retrace. That's what this comes down to. If this is the 5 and we're done here and the retrace is done, okay, well now the anticipation would be, okay, we've completed an impulse. We don't confirm it yet until we get the close above, but let's assume we did. Now we're looking for the 2 before we go 3, before we go 4, 5. So it would just be strength of the market. The difference for the Elliottian and why you have to be flexible in this is that if it's here and we're going up for the 5 here, oh shit, we're anticipating a deeper retracement because this would be 5, 2, and we'd be expecting that to be a 50, something like that. So how do you know? Well, you don't know, but you can plan accordingly. You can plan for it. So if it really is very, very hard to know here. You wouldn't know. So you have to plan accordingly. Okay, well, the first thing we have to do is confirm the break of structure, which only is going to happen with a close above, right? We get the close above. Okay, well now, again, just because we can anticipate the retrace doesn't mean this couldn't go much higher before we get the retrace. So that doesn't mean, oh, break a structure, sell it. Of course, you wouldn't approach it that way. What you would do, what we would teach you in our methodology is you would wait for this to pivot, start to come back down, and then there would be a swing high, right, where we could anticipate this is likely now protected and we're looking for this. So the trade would be, if you like to trade all the swings, would be the C. We don't know if this is 5 or if it's going to be 1, 2. We just know that we can anticipate some sort of correction because we're in the process of completing an impulse. Again, this could go a lot higher. That's never what I'm saying. Well, it's time to sell it. No, we're watching now. We're waiting. Okay, right? We can now just anticipate the 3. Doesn't mean we know it's coming. Again, market's going to do what it's going to do. What do they usually do? And the shape of it is you know, the market's going to be constantly challenging. If you thought this was the 5, here's the A, there's the B, right? Here's this, just like we're saying here, and there's the trade. Right? Do you see that? Right? So we get the 5, we get the retrace. Look, if I zoom in there, you see the same thing happens here. Look how, I mean, this is what you want to train your eye. The reason I go over this and like, Jesus, fuck, man, you've been over this so many times, is because you have to see it over and over and over and over again until your brain starts to register it. You see the liquidity sweep here. That's just, oh God, oh, that's it. I can sell it. Now, you know, you can always nitpick, right, in hindsight. Oh, would it have been better to wait for, the little breaker block here, you know, order block here? Is there a little fair value gap in there? I could probably find one if I go down to something lower. Swing. Well, let's get in there just out of curiosity. You didn't quite get a great setup for that. You didn't quite get back there. So if you were trying to be very consistent with our approach here, you might have been up here waiting for that to the POC, and you might have missed it, right? You know, you're going to miss trades. But the concept is what I want you to be registering. Okay, wait, we're going to sweep the liquidity here. You can almost call this, you know, equal highs, right? We can look at that and say, likely, lots of stops up here. Boom, grabbed. Do you understand? They take it up first before they take it down, right? This is up to grab that liquidity, then down. How do we know it's likely, right? We can look at this and anticipate that was likely institutions. Look what came off of it. That's the confirmation. Okay, so we would look for the same thing over here, the same kind of model, you know, like often people like to call it an entry model. I mean, I'm just rip-roaring here into this 5th, but I don't have the confirm. I don't have the close yet. This could keep climbing, right? We've got to get a close above it, right? Depending on this price action. So careful of that, right? You know, some people, you know, it's no one way to skin a cat here. Some people say, oh no, if it broke, the wick broke, that's enough. Others would tell you, no, it's got to be close, right? What we would teach you is that you want to close, you want it to confirm. Not just wick, right? Because then it could just be liquidity grab, right? Like this was. High class problem, right? But at the end of the day, if you're not in Coinbase right now, what is it you're waiting for? A decent entry. Where are you going to find that, right? Well, you might say, well, shit, man, I don't want to be shorting this thing. We're in a rip-roaring crypto bull. Why am I shorting Coinbase? I'm not telling you to short. I'm just saying, I'm showing you that there's opportunity. There will be likely an opportunity here from the B to the C. When you get down here, don't just sit here with the limit order. I would never teach you to do that. I would say, let it react. Boom, take the first retrace. Now, sometimes you're going to miss them, right? And it might do something like that. Bitcoin does this a lot. It'll give you a really shallow 2, and you're down here going, oh, fuck, man, where's my retrace? Welcome to trading. But you don't want to be, you don't want to change your plan or your model, right? Oh shit, okay, I'm going to take it. It's going to be a very shallow 23% retracement of the. No. You want to take it. Where's the risk reward better? If you buy it here, look at, you know, it's almost silly, right, to do it this way. But okay, there's your risk. Oh, I think it's going to be a very shallow too, because crypto will do that. So what model are you trading there? You're just making it up on the fly because you want to buy it, period. That's the only reason you're doing it, not because you waited for a setup that you've tested and back tested and you recognize it makes sense to you. Ideally, right, you'd find some sort of liquidity in here, fair value gap, some imbalance, some order blocks, something that you could lean on. Now, where's my stop? Down here. Where's my target? Way the fuck up here, right? That risk reward gets a whole lot better than doing this because you're like, oh, fuck, man, I didn't want to miss it. I thought it was going to be a shallow 2. I've seen those before. I thought it was going to be a shallow 2. You're just winging it now. You just emotion is dictating what you're doing. You have no plan, no model. You're not trading Elliott Wave. You're trading your own emotions. Bad idea, right? Guaranteed you're going to lose money. You might make a little here and there, but over time, you're going to do nothing but lose money. That's not how you want to approach trading, not technical trading, certainly. Okay, so something's in the process of completing. I'm giving this a whole lot of time. Fuck, I don't know what that is. RSI's kind of hot. Why so hot? Is this, no, that's not, well, that's just pretty hot, right? Look at that RSI, right? There's the classic, just because it's over 70 or 80 or whatever it is here, doesn't mean sell it. That means very strong trend. So what the other thing we can do here, right? Just again, right, I try and emphasize this. The channel, so important to it. As long as we're in that channel, you do not want to be selling it. That's raging bull. Don't sell it. You want a clean break, and then you want to retest. You want this, and then, oh, failure. Because the just straight market structure, you're thinking, oh, swing, retrace. Oh, we're going for new highs, right? We're going to go break the structure, and we're going to do it again, and we're just going to keep going. What's the electrician looking for? 3. That's what we're looking for. ABC, 1, 2. Looks like, oh God, can I do that? Sometimes I can do this. I'm not very good with this thing. We got that. We got that. We got that. What does that look like? Oh man, is that a Head and Shoulders? Is that a W? Who fucking cares, right? I mean, Elliottician, right? What you're labeling it, right? If you're applying Elliott Wave, you're going to call it an ABC and a 1-2 until proven otherwise, right? Until something happens to force you to where you have to change that. Let me get those out of there. That thing's annoying to work with. Okay, let's get, oh shit, it stays on your mouse. Hang on. I don't like working with that thing, but sometimes it's the right tool. Okay, right, so here's the impulse. We're going up, right? If it's the 5, it almost doesn't matter. I've got an impulse after a completed impulse. I'm either completing it up here, or I've got a shallow retracement and I'm still going higher, right? The bottom line is all of it says higher prices for Coinbase. That's the implication, right? Things change, but that's what it looks like right now. What's the well, I would propose to you, where's the worst possible place to enter this market? The worst place you could possibly pick to enter the market. Hopefully you're saying right now, right here, today, as we're looking at this, that's the highest risk, I don't want to say dumbest. I want to say that's where the inexperienced will enter the market. Retail. Oh, fuck, new high, it's safe now. It's just what institutions want you to think. Just the same thing they want you to think right here. Oh, it's safe now. Oh, well, oh, I was wrong there, but it's definitely safe here. Little liquidity sweeps. Do you see them, right? You should be able to pull up your own chart. Little sweep over that high, boom. Little sweep, boom. Little sweep. I'm not saying it's coming down to 20%. I'm just saying that would be an incredibly poor choice for entry. If you do it and you get away with it, it's even worse because you'll do it the next time and the next time and the next time. Eventually, right? The market's going to teach you that lesson. So you listen to me, right? I didn't listen. I had to learn it the hard way. But I'm a kind of a stubborn, arrogant trader, right? Oh, I know, right? It's going. The market humbles ego quickly. And if you're stubborn about it, you're just going to lose more money until you pay attention, until you realize, okay, that's not a good idea, right? It doesn't, you have to, some trades, you just have to let them go. If that keeps going, you got to just let it go and not go, God, I knew that thing was going to go. That fucking guy on YouTube talked me out of it. You can't, that's not the right way to approach it, right? You're trying to build consistency in your entry model. That is not where you enter. In my opinion, right? What we would teach you, right? Others would teach you that's the perfect place to enter, right? I'll look back historically, make your own judgment. Okay, hangman, boy, you gave me a lot to work with there. Okay. All right, Coinbase. I'm looking at this going, okay, bring it down, man. I'm waiting for the retrace, right? I'm going to keep my eye on that one. Thanks for that, hangman. Andreas, right? Relentless. He's relentless with Bitcoin Silver. He's going to stay on this until he gets it. Okay, so let's bring up his version. Copy link. Come on, machine. Don't be weird on me. Okay. Moondog. Thanks for the... Was that you, Moondog? Gave me that? Are you hangman? No, are you? Maybe you are. Maybe you're different on YouTube. All right. Andreas, Bitcoin Silver. And he's all over this. Well, okay. All right, so give me a sec here. I have to copy his. That's the only way I can make it work in TradingView, that I can get his chart and I can work with it. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I've got something I can work with. You think Al's involved here? Yeah. If it's an asset that trades publicly, yes, Al's involved. Right, so it's kind of a rhetorical question. Of course he's involved. All right, so he's taking a different approach here. He's going with the truncated 5. Okay, so where is he in this? Truncate the 5. A, B. Oh, fuck me. See, this is just for your own sake, Andreas, but as well as for a teachable model. If you don't change the color in the degrees, it's really hard for me to follow what you're doing in here. So let me do it. I'm just gonna do it so I can spot where you're going here. A, B, where's your C? Okay, it's right here. Okay, so we've got an A, B, C, A, B, C. Holy shit, that's kind of hard to read what you're doing in there. A, B. Are you giving me multiple counts here? I think you are. If this is B, I'm looking for, in the C's down here, it looks like you want to get there in a 5, right? You want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? To get that. Are you doing a fly? You're doing 3. Fuck, what are you doing? A, B. Well, so you're doing 3, 3, 3. A, B, C into an A. Okay. A, B, C into a B. It doesn't really look like a flat. 3, 3, 5. So you're doing 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5. You know, I've sent you my chart. I think you can simplify this. Let me. Oh, fuck. I've got it somewhere. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think you're trying too hard over there. Oh, fuck, man. Did I call it Bitcoin Silver again? I'm just forever stuck with that. Bitcoin Satoshi's vision. I think you can simplify here. I've shown you this chart. It feels like you're just making it too complicated. This is a daily. Okay, so here's 5. W, X, A. Right? So there's your 5. 3. Looking for another 5. I'm not saying you're wrong here, right? And maybe you've worked through this, but I can't really follow what you're doing here. Again, I think I know you're deep into learning the Elliott Wave, right? I know he's blue. I think he's in purple now. But it just feels like you're trying too hard here. If I can say it that way without, I don't want to offend you, but I just think you're trying too hard. Oh, fuck, come on. Do you see how this just kind of simplifies? I'm not saying, oh, my count is the right count. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, do you see how much easier this is to get your head around? Okay, so here's a clear target, right? So that would be the parity, the length of the W projected from the X would give you the 100 here. We've got all of this liquidity sitting down here where this is all just wick rejection, right? So if we're coming down here, okay, I don't, let's see, I think this is on there. Let's see if I can get this one off. If I go here, is that the golden? Yeah, that is the golden, I think. No, it's not. It looks like it broke. So that's too high. So I'll come back here at the 50. So here's your target down here. So I've got all of this down here, which I just think it's just cleaner, right? You're going to be able to make a decision more easily. What's the key pivot right now? Would be down here. So you're trying to buy it down in this location down here on the edge of value, right? I think I drew I just hit the this little volume profile from this level here so I could see all of the historical volume. So we're coming right down to the edge of value. Excuse me. This looks more impulsive than corrective. So A, B, looks like we're coming down for this C, right? So could this be 1, 2? Well, it doesn't look like it, does it? Right? It looks like that's your B wave. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like you're getting there. This, I think you're kind of stuck with this as a B. Right? It doesn't quite lend itself to, oh, okay, I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So here's the A, there's the B, there's the C, right? So it looks like that ABC is pretty solid. This is kind of a chop monster, but what can we, well, we know what happened here, right? It's just the kind of thing you want to look for, right? So here's the liquidity sweep here, right? So, oh, how do I know it's liquidity sweep? Well, okay, if they wanted more liquidity, where was it? Where was the next spot? Right up here. Look what happens, right? We sweep this liquidity, retrace. Looks like there's a order block in there. Right there, right? So we get the up before the down, right? So we get into a little order block here, which is what? A block of orders, right? So we pick up some stragglers here, heading down. Technical could be Al. Oh shit, where'd he go? Yeah. All right. It's literally, I cannot make the shit up, right? Just perfectly splits it right into the golden zone. Where's the target? Right here. That's how we know it's an algo. Kept going. We got second. We're going to third, right? So it looks like you want to be looking down here. That's where I want to buy it. And now, is this, crystal clear? Well, it looks like maybe 1, 2, but now that's getting a little funky. What can we say with certainty? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So there's no indication that we have a low yet. Nothing to say, whoa, okay, something changed, because it's just one after the next, after the next, after the next, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, low, right? So there's nothing to say time to buy it. Wish there was. What else do I have here? Oh, hang on a second. The other thing, right? Use always, right? When you can, use the geometry, right? It'll guide you, right? You'll be amazed how consistently that will keep you on the right side of the market. Use it. We're not buying until you get some meaningful change here, right? You need something to pop up here and go, whoop, okay. Change of something, right? All of a sudden, buyers showed up. That's what you're looking for. All right, Bitcoin, Satoshi's vision, right? I know he must have a big piece of it. Hopefully you got some dry powder to add down here, right? If you're going to, stay committed to Satoshi's vision, the buys are down here. Next buys. Okay, thanks for posting. Always appreciate the post. Crypto Janice is back, right? He's been very active lately, and let's see, right? So what I hope to see with someone who's consistently posting like Crypto Janice is that each week the quality of the TA gets better and better. So let's see how he's doing. Okay, so copy link. Oh, come on. Okay, let's. Okay, he's going, he's given me multiple here, and he always mixes in a little Wyckoff, just like Grant F always mixes in some harmonics, right? Just, you don't have to exclude things that you like working with just because they're not, part of our methodology. They can only add, all you're doing is adding another layer here, which can be good, can be a positive. So Wyckoff lends itself quite well to market structure as well as Elliott Wave. They operate completely independently, but there can be overlap. Okay, so what does he want? He wants higher right screen. Okay, so this is CRV to Bitcoin. Interesting, right? You haven't seen a lot of trading against Bitcoin of late. Oh, come on. or an alt season, right? It was much more common, right? 50% of what would be posted would be against Bitcoin. Now we don't see that like we used to, but here we go. Here it is, right? So accumulation, distribution. You could call it a market maker's model. You could call it a Wyckoff. You can call it. You can fit some Elliott Wave in here. Oh shit! Oh, come on, machine, don't act weird on me. Hang on, my fucking mouse is. There we go. All right, takes a minute to catch up. Absorption of supply, right? It's the test, right? So here's a very, very classic Wyckoff accumulation. We don't get a true spring, but it's close enough. So one, I'm gonna. Oh, he typed that? I guess he typed it. Yeah, I see what you're doing. It's kind of a high class problem, right? Is it a 1-2? You know, does it matter? It's kind of really the question, right? What is it? It's just an accumulation block, right? We're just accumulating here before we go higher, and what have we done? We've come right back to where we started. So does that make you want to? Oh fuck me! Come on. Does that make you want to buy it? Well, you know, say it out loud to yourself. I'm expecting CRV to outperform Bitcoin. That's the implication here. The CRV is going to outperform Bitcoin. Is that the stance you want to take? I guess it is. Okay, is there a reasonable technical setup here? Well, it doesn't look like yet. I'm going to take that off of there. The one here is solid. We did. Oh, no, hang on. Okay, all right. So it looks like we got a little bit of a. We got to do a little correcting in here. Okay, the first issue. Damn it! I think Cryptogenesis, you gave me this last time here, right? So this, you should be on. Take note here. Impulse. The 5 followed by 3. 5 followed by 3 followed by 5. Diag. So right, I'm not saying, right, okay, 1, 2, is it 5 swings? Yes, it's 5 swings. If you're applying Elliott Wave, right, we can't call it a diag. So what does that leave us? If it's 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, right, that's an impulse, but we have an overlap of the 1, so we can't call it an impulse. So what are we left with? Well, the first thing is, this is, I think, more problematic to keep that up there. Because you've gone 5, 3, 5. 3, 5, right? So what's an alternate? Is there an alternate? We have to call this something, right? Because something completed there. We can't just leave it hanging. Well, fuck, I don't know what it is, right? It's something, right? Something completed. Something completed here. I'll put the 2 there. 1, 2. Well, is there another way to solve that? I like what you're doing with the geometry here, with the trend lines. I'm just pulling this out here so I can get in there and see it a little better. I'm not, keep doing that. I'm not saying don't. Okay, let's get in there. This, I think we can pull out. Let's get this off here because it doesn't really matter. We've got this. Here's what we're working from. Right, here's the low. Jesus, I almost feel like I want to get this. I want to get another chart here. Okay. Okay, let's live with that. 1, 2. I would just leave it here. 2. Right, here's where we start. Well, first question that occurs to me is like, fuck, why can't we get past that? What's the problem here? I mean, clearly, this is strict resistance. What's the problem here? Think it could be Al? Wouldn't that be your first thought? Oh, fuck, it's a measured move algo, of course. Is that's not hard to figure out, is it? How many times we hit it? 5, 6, 7 times? There's always a reason, right? You can never go, well, fuck, I don't know, fuck, people just stopped buying it there, right? No. Always a reason. We get this multiples. This is why when you hear me say they don't care, do you see how many, this is just unfucking believable. Do you see how many times they hit that this algo is firing here? Literally, not close, not approximately, literally splitting the golden zone. And so why is it stopping here? Well, do I have something I need to say? It's not why it moves, it's how it moves. Right? Until they change it, you have to know where that is, or you will, like everybody else here who just like, oh fuck, I forgot to check. No, everyone who bought it there, just the only excuse would be they don't know it's there, right? Because they're uninformed. Does this make you want to buy this? Well, it doesn't make me want to buy it. I mean, I appreciate the post, right? I'm not trying to say not a good post. Okay, W for the, well, okay, hang on now. Okay, we can't call this a W, right? If it's, pardon me, you've got multiples in here. Okay, so let's get rid of that, because if this is 5 down, we're not calling it a W, right? That's just that. What are you doing? A, B, C. Okay, I can live with that. A, B, C. So we have a zigzag. Oh, pardon me. I see what you're doing. Pardon me. All right, so it will help me and you if you change these colors and rotate the degrees. Not to be pissy about it, but it just it makes it easier for me to track what you're doing. So so he's doing this as a zigzag. So here's the A, here's the B, here's the C. So there's a W. Here's an X. Now I got another A, B working on that C down here, right? So my bad, excuse me. Crypto Janice, right? I didn't see what you're doing there. Okay, right, so, but this is, okay, we get a reaction down here, and so he's teed it up just right? So if we get the push here, now remember, you're saying CRV is going to be so strong, it's going to outperform Bitcoin. Okay, that's the first leap you're making. Okay, well, if we're going to do it, let's make damn sure we've got good risk reward here, right? So if we're going to do it, this better come in here between the 50 and the golden zone, which kind of seems like he's teed that up. So if I'm going to take this trade, if I were going to take this trade, that's my entry. My stop is down here, and I wouldn't move it by a tick, right? Because I don't want to take all that risk, because I don't, just saying it out loud. CRV is going to outperform Bitcoin. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but you know, maybe, right? Fuck, trader should have happened. 1, 2, going for the 3. Well, that would be a big 3, right? What's the first hurdle it's going to have to get through? The golden that cock blocked it, you know, all the other times they tried to get through, right? Now, eventually, right, just because it's there doesn't mean they can't get through. Have to get through. We go sideways forever. But this sell side algo is clearly in charge. So you need something to change. And I would say, really, you need this, right? You want to sweep, if I get this out of here, if I get that out of there, I want to sweep some of this so I can get clearly a change of character, change in state of delivery, right? If you want to use SMC language, right? Something, come here, something changed. Oh, okay. That could be liquidity, right? Be careful, right? There's a distinction, right? That could just be a liquidity grab if we come up here and sweep that. That's okay, right? What does that mean? If it's a liquidity grab, it means it's coming back down, right? Because what are they doing, right? They're going to sweep that liquidity, so the breakout traders go, oh fuck, it's breaking out, right? It's the same thing, people buying at all-time highs. Plus, likely there'd be algo resistance there, right? I did just eyeballing where the target is, right? So, what? Golden zone. That's how the market moves. Golden. So here's your roadmap, right? If it's going to go. Now, I don't know if that means something very bad has happened to Bitcoin or something very good has happened for CRV, but there's your roadmap, right? Tied to, so look at all the ingredients here. We have the dominant algo, we have all the Elliott Wave structure, we have the channeling, we have the good risk reward scenario here in terms of potential reward relative to risk, right? Got a lot of ingredients there. And the one additional piece you could put if you were to get this, Right, gold in the corner pocket. Okay, thanks for the post. Okay, now, oh, I'm getting a double shot here. So now I'm getting CRV to the dollar. Okay, well, let's see how that looks. Copy link. Well, he's definitely a CRV advocate. I just can't even remember what they do, why they exist, but I just can't remember. I'm sure there's some utility that they provide. I don't think it's a meme coin. I just can't remember what it is they do. Okay, hang on. Let's leave that one. Lower left. Okay, so here's CRV to the tether. Let's try this one. Wait a second. Is that? No, I got to copy this. I think I just did that. I was about to. Jeez, I just have too many tabs open. My machine's lagging. Oh, it's my bad. Okay, right. So here we are on the 4 hour. Let's get his count up. I love all the channel. I'd love to see a busy chart, right? Because you know what you did, right? It's hard for me sometimes to get on here and go, oh fuck, what are we doing? But I like that you're doing that because you're digging in, right? And these they influence the market. And I take the volume out just to clear up the chart space. Here's more Wyckoff, right? Here's your was that your spring? Test. Okay, all right, so that's right. It's similar, right? Oh fuck. That's a lot of lines. Okay, so let's try and dial in. I know this is hard to see, right, for anybody watching. Here's the impulse that he's working with off the low, right? So that's solid, Elliott, right? I'm going to move some of this just to move it, just to clear it up a little bit. Okay, so we've got a nice. Did you get this? Where's your? Oh, why are you doing that? One. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Phew, can we get this done? You're doing it as a diag. Why? ABC, ABC, ABC. Can I get that? Why are you doing this as a diag? Let's take a look there. Oh, you're typing them in. You're not. I see what you're doing. Okay. It looks like you can get into a 1, 2, 3, 4 A, B, C. It looks like you got a candidate for the 4 here to get your 5. So if I label that, it looks like you can work here. It's kind of skinny there. Into that 3, A, B, C, into that 4, and then I get a 5 here. So these ones that you typed, I'm going to get rid of those because they're just kind of confusing a little bit. 1. Oh, let's put it here, right? Oh, I'm missing something here. These ones that you typed are kind of fucking me up. Okay, here we go. Let's go 3, 4. Okay, I think we can live with that. Okay, all right, so again, I might beg to differ with you here. I think you got a completed impulse here. And your 4 is right here. So, and it's okay to disagree. Looks like what you've got there. It's not from the 3 is a little bumpy here. but it looks much more like I've got a sideways, right? Because what do we do? 4, right? We stop progressing the trend, right? So, and then we get here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a clear impulse. Oh, fuck me. Come here. I've got a clear impulse here that looks like that finishes the 5th here of the 3rd. Then I get an ABC, and then I get another rip into the 5th, right? So it looks like you're done here. Now this is mighty deep. Oh, Jesus, this is a lot of stuff on here. Okay, let me get some of this out. I see where you're going with that. Oh, Jesus, A, B, C. All right, so coming down, we're going to go A, B, and he's looking for that C to finish down here. We've got an order block down here. So the hope is you're going to get, if I can get this back over here, something like this coming out of that low. Where's the order block? Well, here's an order block sitting right here. Would be a bullish order block here is down before we go up. We see the displacement, right? So we know that's a block of orders, right? That's likely institutions. Why do we say that? Because of the displacement that came off of it, right? So it's not Billy Bob retail buying that. Okay, so 1, 2, deep on the 2. I certainly like this better than trading CRV to Bitcoin, but that's just me. Could be a truncation here. Could be all of this, right? That's your order block. Not sure what all that is. Oh, that's his A to B equals, okay, so I see it. Okay, length of the proposed A from the B. All right, we put you, there's your parity, right? Again, algos love math, right? So there's the parity right there. It's not going to be 100. You come down 127, 113. We'd be down here into the final little, here's the little wick down here. It looks like that was prior support, right? Again, we're going to come back to that test, right? You don't want to sit there and try and buy the turn, right? You need that first break. You know, I got to have a higher high, higher low, higher high, high, right? Can I get a 5? That's it's kind of a funky diag that he's starting with, but the idea is we're not going to take it until I get a higher high and a higher low. That could come down here, something like this. 1, 2. Nothing says it has to take that form, right? We could do something like this. That's what you'd hope to see, is an impulse followed by a 3. Okay. Okay, good, right? Just the one thing I would add, right, what you might want to do is make 2 charts, like separate the Wyckoff from the Elliott. So you can kind of go back and forth. Putting them all into one chart can make it confusing for you. It's hard for me to teach around it. Just a suggestion. And when in doubt, right, the best trades are often the ones that are the most simple, right? If you can, simplify. It's as you're learning, right? When you get into it, like, oh fuck, look, I can do this, and I could add that. And what about you can just talk yourself out of a lot of very reasonable trades, right? Try simple, almost always better. Okay, let me keep going. I got more. He's given us Crypto Janus. See now here, good example, members. Here's Crypto Janus going, well, fuck, man. If the guys aren't going to post, I'm going to post everything I got, right? So he gets max value out of this, and the others don't, right? It's always going to be more valuable to you if you post your content, right? Don't be shy. I'm not going to rip you apart. I'm trying to help you. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay, right? So I got. Is this the same thing? Do I get Bitcoin here? Bitcoin higher left. It is, right? So I can do this Bitcoin right here. Okay, so hang on. I'm going to just switch this over. Okay. Okay, let's pull back on his Bitcoin count here, because Bitcoin is tricky here right now. Holy shit. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, dude, I don't know if I can work with that. Hang on. Okay, I gotta clean some of this up. Okay, because I can't see what you're doing. Holy shit. Oh man, I can't get in there. Okay. I know this has meaning to you. I'm not trying to discount what you've done here. I'm just trying to follow it. Okay, here's a 96-day cycle. Okay. WXY. So, okay, so he's going with a, I like the detail here. Note he's accounted for every swing, right? So he's putting the effort in, right? That's often comment on that is You want to see that they've taken the time. Okay, did you nail it, or did you just fucking go, fuck it, 3-ish, something like a 3, right? So he's dug in here. Let's go to an 8. Let's come down a little bit and see if it gets into more detail. Okay, I think we are all likely in agreement that we have an impulse up here. Oh, he's writing it, right? So it's 1 to a 2, 1 or a 2. 1, 2, right? So this would be I think that's what he's saying here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm with you. I like this channeling that he's done here. I'm going to pull that one out just for a second. This channel here is good. All right, as you see how we are pinging. Right, this is why I just encourage you. Right, it seems like fuck. Do we have to use the geometry? Look how perfectly we are pinging that channel. Now, are we going to break here, or are we coming back down again? How do you know? Well, there's maybe a little clue here, but that's why that's so powerful. And additionally, I think he already had this, and I may have, I think he did. Whoops, I may have just blown it out of there because I was trying to get to it. Length of the W. Let's check it. Right? Is there some additional math here that we know the algos are going to like? Let's do swing low to swing high. Right. Algos love precision, right? So I get here, there's the 100 right here. I get a little sweep. What do I get there? Breakout traders. Oh yeah, it's going down. Yeah, I know. I knew that was a good spot to short it. Somebody's learning a hard lesson there. Hard one. Why put yourself through that? Don't sell pivots. Don't enter the market at pivots. It's the worst. I say this every week. Worst possible place you could enter. Here. There's 4. There's 4 horrible trades that somebody took. Oh, more than somebody. Many people took that. They bought it here. They sold it here. They bought it here. They sold it here. Guarantee you. Who's doing that? Retail. Right now, you can say, well, don't you fucking arrogant prick? We know everybody's retail. Well, aren't you retail? Yes, I am retail. Yeah, I don't move the market. Neither do you. Neither does anyone who's ever been on any stream I'm on. Right? They don't. But learn from it. Learn from it. What are you worried about here? That, oh fuck, I didn't want to miss it. I thought I was doing that. That's not how you make money in the market. That's the moronic, oh, the momentum's just going to keep going. I know it's going to keep going. That's what an inexperienced trader does. Oh, look at the easy money I'm going to make here. You don't enter at pivots. You don't. Unless there's perfect context for it. And even still, you don't enter there. You got to let it react. Here, well, let's look at Bitcoin, right? Was there a better entry? If you're down here going, well, fuck, man, I didn't want to, I'm not trying to be a hero and pick the turn. Was there a better entry there? Well, let's find out. Yes, I do know the answer in advance. Okay. 1 A, B, C. So wouldn't it occur to you to look at that and go, wonder why it stopped there? Well, we know the liquidity's down here. We know there's a pivot, right? I know I don't want to enter there. Why didn't it just come down and sweep this? It's obvious. Why didn't they get it? That's why. Where does it go? Where's the highest probability location for a wave 3? 1618, 175. Where does it go? Literally ticks the 1618. Oh, that's such an old cliche, man. They don't do that anymore. That's old. That's old bullshit. That's 1972 TA. Is it? Like we're doing a little diag here. So what does all of this mean? What's the point of all of this? Well, okay, you're babbling, blah, 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 yeah, algo, right? What's the point of all this? Well, this is the power of Elliott Wave, right? That I think, whether you're, I don't know how you approach the market. I'm assuming you're not going out of your way to ignore Elliott Wave or to shit on Elliott Wave if you're watching one of my live streams. What does this tell us, right? That I've got an impulse off the low. So that gives me a very strong possibility here that I've got a good low in. I've got a technical pivot, right? I know it's algo driven. Look what comes off of that. Boom. That's muscle. That's not retail doing that. And it's perfect. I literally can't make this shit up. Boom. So I've got an impulse. Very reasonable to think, oh, I got a good candidate here for that low to be in. Now, it's not exactly what I was thinking. I thought we had another leg to go down here, but now I got an impulse. Ta-da, right? Okay, whoa, things have changed. Now, this count, okay, does it work? Yeah, it does. I'm counting it a little differently, right? A, B, C into a W. He's going to go W, X, Y into an X. I might need a wizard check. One of my wizards. I think I think that's legit. Then I can go 5, 3, 1, 2. Yes, that's good enough. I might count it a little bit differently. But it's okay, right? So we get to the same conclusion, right? So we have a candidate for the low here, right? So there's the length of this swing, from this swing to this swing. There's the 100. There's the sweep of liquidity. All the ingredients. First, I mean, literally, this is what I talk about every single fucking week. I do this. Oh, take the 618. Right there in your face. It's literally it's every live stream, every video I've ever done. I say, okay, well, you don't have to sit down here and pick the turn. Let it pop and then take the first retracement. If you get a golden, it's just all the better, right? Because now good chance I got a 3. Now what's missing here? Oh, I need some geometry on this. So something's going here. It's impulsive, not corrective. So what's the anticipation? Oh, fuck, looks like, oh, what am I? Now, I don't know that the low's here. We might sweep up here, right? I get a new all-time high. If I did that, where's the worst possible place for anyone to enter Bitcoin? Right there. Hopefully that's starting to sink in. Don't buy it here. You're going to give BlackRock here's what retail will do. They'll buy it with leverage there. You might as well just mail it to, just open your wallet and send it to BlackRock. That's what you're doing if you do that. If you do that with leverage, you're just giving it to them. Because they know that there are traders that are inexperienced enough that will buy that. So what will they do? They'll crush you. They will literally crush you, and they'll take your Bitcoin down here, and you'll be like, and then where's it going to go? Just where you thought it was going to go. And you're sitting here with your dick in your hands going, oh God, what the fuck? What just, I knew that was going higher, and I'm out of money now. No, that's never, ever, 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 ever where you enter. Okay, you can listen to me, or you let the market teach you. I'm just trying to help you. I'm not trying to talk you out of anything. I'm just trying to tell you, I've been doing this for so long. You do not want to enter at pivots. Here's a fucking prime example of why you don't do it. Okay, hopefully you're learning. Racecar K-Pack. I like that handle. I don't really understand it, but I like it. Okay, let's get what he's doing. Thanks for all the posts. Crypto Janice. Oh shit, I got another one from him. See, he's taking advantage of the live streams, right? It's like, okay, well, here's my work. That's the point of it, right? It's not for me. I don't do these for me. Although often I get setups here. It's for the members and for the viewers, right? That's why I do it. I'm trying to help you. Okay, let's copy that. I will say some of the best trades I get all year from live streams. That's something I hadn't seen. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so this is Racecar K-Pack is giving it to me in a line chart, it looks like, which it has value, right? I use these often, right? When the count is a little bit, what the fuck? Line chart can really help because the wicks, right, can distort. Okay, this is, what are we doing here? Not sure how 5 waves can be in. Well, it's not uncommon, right, to have something where you're like, "Wow, fuck, man, it doesn't quite fit." Well, you got a couple of choices there. One is wait, don't trade, right? If you're not sure, don't trade. Don't go, "Oh, well, fuck. Okay, well, no. Wait until you're sure." Okay, or at least you have identified, okay, I recognize this. So we got a problem here. So let's push that off for a second and let's see why. Okay, now we're on a daily, so it might be that we can, oh man, here, I'm going to do this just because my old brain needs it. Okay, right, so I got a monthly order block, right? It's nice, right? How many of you have gone out and checked the order blocks on the monthly? It's nice, right? Nicely done. We all kind of want Cardano to go. I mean, I shouldn't speak for others, but I find that this is the most difficult to read, is right here, because that's all the pre-election. Then, you know, as he was famously on 60 Minutes saying, yes, I spent $270 million to get this administration in because they're crypto friendly. And I don't know if many of you know this, but the majority of Trump's wealth now is all in crypto, right? So if you're a crypto enthusiast, we have the administration that now has, of course, everything he does is in his own best interest. So I think you can stay bullish crypto. All right, side note there, didn't mean to get politics into it, but just be aware of it. Most of his wealth now is all in crypto. Okay, so what have I got here? Interesting. A, B, C. This is the problem wave. Okay, let's go down to a 60 and see if we can break that apart. All right, there are going to be areas where you're like, motherfuck, I don't see it. If you don't feel like, well, I don't see it, but I didn't want to miss it. It's a bad combo. Well, it sure looks like you got a 5 here, right? So there are certain things that you just can't fucking ignore, right? Like if you got a 5 in there, you got to account for it somehow. That sure looks like a 5. It's probably open to a little interpretation here. Well, when in doubt, right, measure. That looks like that's going to be 2618, at least. And it's even beyond that. Am I in log? I am in log. Do I need to be in log? I don't, right here. I got an impulse here. So I've got an ABC here. So let's see if we can do this. Right, this is a tricky one. So there's an ABC that completes because I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got an ABC here. What can I do with that? Is this a possibility? All right, A, B, C. Is it? I'm not sure. I'm just, sometimes you got to just put the puzzle pieces on the board and see if you can make it fly. Okay, does that work? Maybe. Fuck, where am I here? I got to take this up. Oh, let's go to minuet here. Let's just make it big so we can all see it. All right, so this has got to go up. Let's go to micro here. Okay, so A, B, C, W. Now, the balance between the two is, you know, this is a little bit of an Elliott shuffle because I need it to be a 3. You could make that case. You could probably do it. You could probably just do it as an ABC as well. You could probably do it as a diag. Maybe it's overcomplicating. Diag. A. Why not? Why? Let's keep it simple. A, B, C. Doesn't matter. W, X, Y. Doesn't matter. There's a... Here, just look for them, right? Your eye should spot these instantly, right? There's a perfect liquidity sweep before the move down. Get it on there. Sweep. Oh. I can live with that as a B. These, I mean, you went tiny on some of these. Let's go here and let's go here. Right. Okay. So 1, 2. Diag. Okay. I'll live with it. Why is it? Oh, fuck. That does look like a 5. How can I else get around on that? I might have to do this. Now, this is, you can say, oh, but you're just doing that to accommodate the, yeah, that's true. A, B, C into the 2. Enough of an overlap. Let's see. Is it technical? I can't. 50 to the tick. In a diag, right? So can we do this? That is a fucking, I may not, well, I don't have a clean finish there. Well, you can look at this and go, okay, come on, dude, right? Well, okay, that's 5 swings all day, right? Are we going to just haggle over it? It's 5. Elliott's not going to be perfect, right? Don't expect it to be perfect. Everything to break down to it's perfect, 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 right? Often it's just what's implied here. Swing, retrace, lower, high, swing, retrace, lower, high, lower, low, lower, low, lower. I wouldn't be that easy on being so fucking rigid that you can't, you know, you never take a trade because it's not perfect, right? I'm waiting for perfect. It looks like I've got the ingredients here for something decent to come off the lows, right? I'll bet this, Bitcoin did it. Right, did we get something similar here? Only the 50. I go to the higher one. I like it here because you have to do A, B, C to make that fly. All right, so we get in the pocket. Looks like there's a little order block there, right? Which I do that, right? Does it matter after the fact? No, but for future reference, oh, okay. Well, I got a little. You could really pull it all the way down. We tapped into that. What else was there? Why do I think that might be a decent order block? Look at the imbalance that it creates right there. Oh, fuck me. Come on, machine. Hang on, it's lagging. I got too much shit open. Hang on. There we get there. Oh God, come on. Hang on. There we go. Okay, caught up. Okay, so here's the fair value gap that came off of the order block, right? So I have more confidence that this is a candidate, right? That might be something to consider. So if we look at this, oh, okay, right, can we do an A, B, C? Yeah, seems like we could. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, where's the 4? If this is my 2? Let's get rid of. Oh, that's his monthly order block. Okay, so let's get it labeled. Okay, now already I'm a little bit. Okay, wait a second. Right, I'm coming to the 50. Maybe I want to do this here. All right, because I don't want them to be stretched that far. Hang on a second. All right, now. It's kind of skinny. Let's try a 15. Does it look like I've got enough there to finish it? No, it might not. It's a little okay. We're holding here. I don't love it as much here because we're just for that. It might work, but look how. See, that's the channel you were in. Right, we're breaking over here. It makes me want to put the, possibly truncate here. We're out of the impulsive channel, but we had kind of a shitty finish. Right? I really don't love this. Kind of skinny. I'm on a 15-minute, right? So the 2 and the 4 it would make me go, okay, maybe. I don't like to trade maybe. It's just me. Could this be 1-2? It could be. That's a, you know, ripening banana in my view. Okay, maybe. I'd like it to come a little deeper, actually, right? So then the risk comes down. If I can buy it down here, okay, well, I can use the 2, or I can use any of this down here. I don't want to do that. You know, if I'm thinking this is coming into a golden, right? Well, let's go all the way down as a candidate for a 2. This has all been tapped, right? So it really is not relevant anymore. This is iffy, right? It's hard to call this. So I would wait, right? Maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't like maybes. And I'd be willing to let this do whatever you're going to do down here. Maybe it's there, maybe it goes deeper. Whatever you're going to do here, give me a good pivot and give me something that I can lean on. If it's 1-2, all right, if it's going to be, this is the thing, the power of Elliott Wave that I think people don't always appreciate. If this is a 1, and I get a 2 here, I don't know that, but if I get it, then the next thing to come is an impulse, and that impulse has to break down into 5 waves. So there will be opportunities in that third, because that's where I want to be trading, is in the third. I'm going to get a 1-2 in the third. Now maybe it's not, you know, perfect textbook, right? I come right to the golden, but the market's not going to. Don't expect perfect. Expect to be challenged, right? You're going to have to go, well, okay, it looks good, right? So if you think that's the 1-2, don't take this. Wait for that. Same idea, right? Just why you don't pick the turn down here. So, oh fuck, I'm not sure. Okay, but well, if it's going to be a 3, it's going to have to have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? We're going to have that, right? So I'll take it here. Here is the better location, because for all I know, it does that. You fucking know, right? That's why I don't want to put my stop down here. If I'm taking this, I'm not going to go, well, I'm going to put my stop down here. It'll be safe. That's just poor money management, right? Why would you take that much risk? Right? And if you're trading this, you know, here, right, you're going to trade a little leverage, right? Maybe 3 times, you know, if you're going to try and catch one of these, if you're going to trade with leverage, I'd like to think at least you'd be trying to do it in the third wave, right? We have the potential for the thing to really run and get paid for that additional risk you're taking. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2. Okay. Race car K-Pack, good one. That's a tricky one in there. What you really wanted here was this 5 to go a little further, and since it didn't, it leaves you a little bit, I'm not sure, right? Well, fuck, wait, could this be an ABC? Yeah, it could. ABC, could it? Could it? Fuck, I'm not sure. Right, when I'm not sure, I don't trade. Okay. Seeing Salazar, how's it going, man? He's been out for a couple of weeks. Let's see what he's doing. I think he said he was traveling on the road again. What's the market doing? I got one winner, one loser. Okay, so here we got. Well, that's not uncommon, right? So what happened? We hit all-time highs. Now what's the market doing? Yep. Oh, I thought that was only crypto. No. Oklo. Okay, what the heck we got here? Oklo? Never heard of them. Does that matter? Nope. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go. I like to start on anything on the equities. I like to start at dailies. Okay, I'm doing this again only for the screen real estate. Okay. I don't see anything to not like there. Now, CN Salazar's been with us for a while. He posts regularly here, so I expect to see good TA from him. What did we do here? So it looks like you're using. Oh no, let's get this up. Are you using that? There we go. 50 of the tick, right? Remember, it's not always going to be a golden zone. So it looks like I got a good 2 there. Power of median lines. All right, so let's, boy, you went big. I'm going to take these down a bit. Give me a sec here. We'll just brighten this up. Let's put that in white. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, there's a perfect entry. Oh, no, I didn't quite. Let's get in there. Okay, let's go back to what he gave me, which is the 4. I find these annoying. I think they just did this recently. They started highlighting these. I find them kind of annoying. There's some people like them, and I take them off. Okay, I got an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shallow 2. Oh, there's your classic shallow 2. We in log scale? Here we are. Do I need to be in log scale? Oh, come on. Fuck me. Yeah, I need to be in log scale. Okay. 1, 2. Not happy with this white count. All right, let's get in there. Let's go down to a 60. I would do it here. A, B, C. And that 2. I'm going to change that. Okay, 1, 2. 1. So he's got a diag coming off the low. So we get, this is a very sharp set of median lines, right? We're coming almost, shit, you can barely gets through. When they're the downside to using the median lines when they're with that sharp, right, of it, look how fast we hit the 80%. I mean, it's like done, right? But remember, it's a one-time use, right? So while that still can have value, look how it's contained the move. Your 80% is a one-time, right? So it's burned early. But look how so it's essentially it becomes a channel here. I don't have a problem with the 1. So let's see. That looks good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd put it here. 4, A, B, C. Into that 5. For that 3. Let's get a brighter green. For the 4. Oh, I like this. Not like here. 1, 2. Let's bring that. Let's put it in yellow. Oh, fuck me. Come here. Yellow. Let's go to sub. One. Okay. All right. So this is okay. Well, we got to acknowledge that. Okay, it's possible. Well, look at the 1 relative to the 5, right? So if you get a skinny 1, a massive 3, an extension in the 3rd, it's not uncommon to have a skinny 5, right, or a short 5. In fact, I'd want to measure them. Oh, fuck, get out of here. I'd want to measure that 1 from the proposed 4. Pretty good. Pretty good looking 5th, right? So it's certainly possible right now. We're coming into, well, here's where the support would be. So one possibility that he's acknowledging, right, is that this if we're in here, let's take this down. Oh no, I'm already there. All right, so I've got to do that. 3, 4, right? If that's the 5, well, okay, where are we anticipating? Right down here. The other possibility, of course, is that we're just starting the extension into the 5th, right? But that would be less probable to me because of the skinny 1. That's actually a pretty good looking 5. So could it be 1, 2, and we're going to extend in the 5th? Well, what do we got happening here? What's happening today? You have to be an insider to know that. I got no problem with your white count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks good. 3, 4, 5. Right. So the only wild card here is what is it? Where did you top? Whoops. Did you top here? Seems reasonable that you did. Well, let's just see what let's put an EW on there. Can be helpful, right? It's not necessarily the be-all, end-all, but it can clarify. What is that? Your Stokes. I'm going to take those off. 3, right? Here's the peak. 5, slight divergence, not much. So as it sits right now, what's the trade? He's waiting for this. I cannot make this shit up. Can't do it. You have to know where it is and what it did last. Have to. Or you'll trade right into it. I guarantee somebody bought that, doesn't know it's there. It's just, it has to be part of any analysis you're doing. What did it do last? Where is it? What did it do last? I can't imagine anybody watching any video or live stream I've ever done and not go, holy shit, I got to know where that is. There's your target. Right now, just because that's a target there doesn't mean that it's definitely going there. Right? Because we'd have another one right here, right? They're constant. Like one side's always breaking, right? If you see one, right, it means another one's, if it gets to a target, that means the other one broke, right? Because there will be, I guarantee you, there's another one right here. Right? So we're going to sit in that box and go sideways forever? No, one side's going to break. The point of this is, why does it stop here? Why here? There's no random pivots, right? There has to be a reason. Why here? Why? What? Right, look how precise that is. That's not somebody just decided to hit the sell button. Only software is that precise. And it's just over, and how many times have I done it so far today? It's not me. I'm just showing it to you. I didn't discover it. It's David Halsey's work. Right, I just added the 65. Okay, so CN Salazar, I think this is a beautiful setup, but you know that's a green banana. He's waiting for it down here at this high volume node. Good one. I'd get that on your radar. A, B, C. Now of course, right now you go, oh, A, B, C, right? But fuck, this could turn to WXY, it could turn into a triangle. It's, well, it wouldn't be a triangle if it's a second, but it could turn into other things. So don't lock in, right? You got to be flexible and understand that counts change all the time. It can't be like, these fucking Elliott waves change all the time. Yeah, they do. Market's dynamic. It's always changing. People move the markets. Okay. Cryptogenesis back again. Total 3. Hang on. Copy link. Leave. Yeah. Down over here. It took a good little dump there. Okay, hang on. This is total 3E. This is, oh fuck, where is this one? Save. Where's your total 3? Ooh, I like this lead up. Look what he posts on this one. The greatest alt season of all times is about to start. First 1B, then 2B, then 3B market cap. Okay, where do I get to see that? Here. Market cap. The greatest alt season of all time? Holy shit, I'm moist just talking about it. Okay, let's find out. Okay, hang on. Greatest all season. God, that would be good for all of us. Okay, hang on. The greatest alt season of all time. I'm so excited. Let's see. Hang on. God, I hope he's right. Okay, well, let's see why he thinks that. Oh, fuck. What just happened there? Is this because I'm in log scale? What happened? Oh, fuck. Do I need it? Oh, fuck. That's a big yeah, maybe I want to get out of log scale. Okay. I can't remember if he gave it to me in log scale. All right, I don't know what's in there, so I'm going to move some of it. Oh, you gave me a weekly. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. It's not that that's not important. I can't make sense of it, right? Because it's not mine. Personally, I think I would encourage you to. I'll rotate those colors, but if you're good with that, okay. So here now we can see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a diag into the 1. Now, of course, you know this is not a tradable asset, but we can look for these 5s and 3s. We're excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins, right? So we're pure alt mania here. 1, 2. Well, let's. Oh, here's your 1. Let's go big. 1, 2 for the greatest alt season. God damn, he might be right. Here's the Wyckoff, right? As he likes to show them, right? You could think of those as, you know, accumulation, test, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, W. Here's the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is, I'm pushing off just to get in there. Okay, so the roadmap is here, is set. Let's go to, so how are we getting down there? A, B, C, W, X, A, B, C, right? It's all clean, good work. Okay, do we have our impulse off the low? Oh, almost. 1, 2, that's going to be likely golden. 3, 4, oh. You're getting a little choppy in there. It doesn't look like you quite got there. Let's see. Three, 4, 5 of 3. So let's brighten that up a little bit. 3, A, B. I think you're likely going to want to put this over here now, since that broke down. And right, which is likely that's all happened while before he. And this is happening now. So it's kind of very characteristic of a 4. Right, we stop progressing, we're going sideways, right? We had a nice trend. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, it was just a little rest stop. So this is kind of off the board temporarily. Lots of imbalance here. So here's how do we, well, you can see imbalance down here that was tapped, right? So there's your, oh, there's your fair value gap down here, and then we got plenty of them right here. Shit, this would be faster to do with, well, fuck, there's a whole bunch of them here. Do this with the software. We can just call all of this imbalance sitting here. Now, if it's going to break here, right, so you've already see there's a little mini liquidity sweep there. Always a good idea. It takes just seconds to do. Always a good idea to measure. How do we feel about that third? It's not tick perfect, but it's not bad. You really don't want this coming down here, right? So then you'd be leaning into, oh shit, is this, did I truncate here? Is I got just a sloppy finish? You really don't want that fifth there. You don't. You want something clean to come out of that up to confirm it, because it's okay. Is it? Fuck, man, even on a 15, right? I mean, we're down to a 15-minute on, you know, total 3 excluding. It's okay, right? I mean, we're pushing it a little bit. I'm gonna stay at 60. Could be ABC, yeah, could be. Doesn't have the right ingredients. Oh, well, that's some divergence. It's your new high here with divergence on the RSI. Well, let's hope that we get a kick here and that comes off the board, and then we get a 5 here to give you that 1. much like what we're watching with the major crypto. Okay, can we get a 1 there and then look for to be a buyer down here at the 2? Now with that, I don't have this. God damn it. Oh, come on. I know, that's me. I got a lot open. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, I keep an eye on this. I mean, it's a good one to be monitoring. Sure would like to see that. Oh, Jesus. God, what time is it? Oh, I'm going to be crashing here as my machine lags here. We'd love to see that really confirm that you've got the impulsive push off the low. Right, well then. You got to find, all right, it looks like Al's already been broken here. Yep. So what's the algo going to do? So you don't go, oh, fuck, we're in the clear, let's buy it. What's the algo going to do? Going to do that. Just out of curiosity. Looks like it reacted to that little order block. Second target. So likely this has been used. This one has a break, right? We get our break here. It goes 707. So what's the algo going to do? It's going to go back, right? So you'd like to see this pop up here a little bit further and give you that, oh, God damn it. Give you that push up here for a 5. Now I can say, oh, I got a 5. That, okay, what, who, think, right? That doesn't mean plow into alts, right? We want to see the retrace for the 2. Now, it's, you know, it's hard to say, well, which alts, right? We got how many fucking, I don't know, so many alts, right? I can't even, I've lost track of the number. It's 20, 30, I can't even remember how many. Many thousands. 95% won't be here 5 years from now. We all know that. But for the time being, right, there's money to be made in, you know, crap like fart coins and all the other bullshit that's out there. But okay, right, stick with the strong players that are going to be part of the evolution of digital currencies into the financial system. You're going to likely do well. Okay, one more here. Look at this. God, I'm actually going to be ahead of schedule. Oh my God. Who's that? That is Bird. Bird's back. All right. Okay, so I've got Never Give Back is giving me, oh, Google. Well, I was just looking at Google this morning. Did I buy? I don't think I did because I didn't love the setup. Okay, so Never Give Back. Oh, fuck. Let's see if I can get his. He's giving me an image. I think he's. Let's see if this will work. I may just have to go pull up Google. I had it this morning. I don't know where I put it. Hang on, Jesus, I gotta reboot. Oh my God, come on. Okay, so he's got a once. Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, this is leading diag. I mean, pardon me. It's a contracting diag into the 1. Could be, right? So 38 for the low. All right, let's look at it. Oh, come on. God damn it. This is frustrating. Sorry, guys. One sec here. I'm almost done here. I think this is our last one. I thought I put it over here next to Hyper. Oh, I was just looking at it here. If it doesn't come up, I'll pull it up. Sorry. Come on, machine. Wow, that's unusual for even as much as I've opened. Oh, good God, come on. Annoying when it's a live stream. Okay, I'm going to have to just do it over here. So I'm going to kill that. Oh, come on. Sorry, shit. I can feel you guys peeling off as I'm doing this. Okay, there's Cardano. Oh, God damn, man. I apologize. That's a lot of lag. Could be we got a lot of volume and markets are... Oh, my God. Come on. Close. Trying to get there. I can't seem to get there. Always the last one. Trying to get there. I can't seem to do it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't like having this happen while you're live. Okay, come on. Oh my God, I'd be leaving. I can't, there's nothing I can do. All right, there we go. All right, something happened. Wow, I may have to call it. This, I can't make you guys sit through this. Oh, fuck me, come on. Oof. Yeah, I can't get it to load a chart. I'll give it another few secs here. Yes, if you're leaving, I understand why. I think I would be too. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. Maybe George can edit this out. Oh, that's a bunch of shit I was looking at this morning. I swear to God, I have it up somewhere. Maybe over here. I was just looking at it this morning for an option trade. Oh, fuck me. Come on. Oh, I may not be able to do it, guys. I may be just too fucked. Here's Hyper. Finally. Nope. Here, let's do it. Motherfuck. All right, guys. I apologize. I can't make you sit through this. My machine's just too laggy. I can't seem to get Google up. Holy fuck. George, be sure to edit this out. All right. Yeah, I'm going to call it. I can't make you sit through that. Okay, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. I don't know what the hell. Oh, wait. Pardon me. Fuck. Here. Here. I knew I had the fucking thing up here. I didn't take it because I saw. Well, this is what I saw. So I wanted to try and get there. Okay, right. Do you want to buy Google right there? I don't. Right. I was looking at this for possibly, right. Could we go 1, 2? Well, okay. Well, decent looking. That's pretty sharp on the way down. Does that look like a completed 4? It would be awfully harsh. Right. It looks much more impulsive. So it looks like we got an A, B, and looking for the 4 to come down lower here, right? You're like, oh, well, okay. That stupid little algo is not going to be in Google, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like I've got a good 3 here. A, if I'm, what's the most obvious thing, right? We pivot at the golden zone. Where would that suggest the? What do we additionally here after that long wait? So sorry, that's really annoying. Okay, so that's too sharp. Let's go to a shift. So I got a couple of candidates here. If I get that a little tighter. So the deduction you have to make here is is this the completed correction here? Well, look at the length of time of the impulse, right? If indeed that's correct, and it looks like you got to do a little bit of an Elliott dance down here to get the 1, 2 to fly, because that's 5, 3, 5. This gets tricky in here, but it's not clean Elliott, right? So you're kind of going with, well, what's implied? That was the other variable here. I can't get a clean impulse there, but I can see what's implied through it. You literally, fuck. You can't quite get a clean impulse there, which is why I ended up not putting the trade on. If we do come down here, now why would Google come down here? Why would it do that? That's an open-ended question. Would surprise me if it did, which kind of brings you back to, wait a second, right? So you see me do this a lot. If I got a problem spot, I'm gonna highlight it because I don't want to forget. Oh, I got a problem here. I can't get a clean impulse in that. So your choice is, well, find an Elliott wizard, see if they've got something that you think is reasonable. You can work an ABC into this. It's a little bumpy, but I can get the 5 into that pivot up here. But this is a problem. Well, is it? You have to decide if it's a problem for you or not. You can't get a clean Elliott. Well, at least I can't find a clean Elliott count there. So, but I can see what's potentially happening here. But then you think, why would Google do that? What's going to happen that would bring Google down that far? I don't have an answer, right? So I didn't take the trade. But interesting, right? Where's the pivot? Golden. So if something like that, I'm going to watch this closely, right? I'm going to kind of use this as a good example to teach from. What happens here? Why would Google come down, right? Lawsuit, some bullshit happening. They're being sued for $20 billion because that's pocket change for them. We got earnings, not, end of next month. Some disappointment, some overspend on AI. There would have to be a reason for it to come down. Where's the liquidity, right? Sitting right there, right? So sweep, that's a pretty fucking big drop for Google. In the midst of, market, the AI revolution, they're certainly going to be one of the 3 big players. Why would they come down? So one to watch. Okay, I'm going to wrap it there. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm actually a little bit early. Any requests here? Fartcoin is the future, friend. You know what? It's okay. We can disagree on that. I think that kind of shit just gives crypto a bad name. But I know people have made a ton of money with it. Right? I mean, I'm not saying don't trade it. I'm just saying I'm not a fan. Okay. All right. With that, I'm going to wrap it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm sorry about the technical lag issues for those that watch it after the fact. Hopefully we can edit that out. I don't know why I'm so laggy today, but I was. Okay. With that, okay. So hopefully you pick up a nugget or two, maybe an idea, maybe, it's a little place. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I'm going to pay attention to where that is. Okay. I'm going to stop buying at all-time highs or all-time lows or, the significant swings. That's not where you want to enter. So you want to watch what happens, right? Just for the finale, right? You think somebody sold here? Yes, they did.